Well, Friday is finally here, and Ashley has left for work, and Kevin had to actually go. There's a Toyota plant in Georgetown, and Kevin went there. They're having a graduation celebration for their students there, and it's kind of a luncheon to congratulate those graduates. So Kevin went to that. And so I told him, I said, well, try to get a picture of what you have for lunch. So I don't know if he'll get to do that or not. You know, sometimes he can take a picture and sometimes he can't. So we'll see. If he can take a picture, I will insert it here. Um, but Andrew, um, where he works early in the year, you have to choose which days you want off. And of course, you're doing it blind because who knows what day you want to be off the year before. And, he knew he wanted to be off his birthday. And then you want to be off around Thanksgiving or Christmas or times like that. Maybe your anniversary, I don't know. But for some reason, he picked today as one of these random days. So he's off today, and he called me from Kroger, and he said that they had these Doritos and their test bags of Doritos, test flavors, and you have no idea what the flavors are. There's three of them. One's they're like silver bags, but then they have like one has like a red stripe on it, one has blue, and one has yellow. So we're guessing that the red's going to be like sriracha, the yellow's going to be cheese, and the blue's going to be like a Cool Ranch Dorito. But we don't know. So I'd say they will try those later on tonight. Kevin and Andrew. Andrew said, you have to, one thing, I have to get to try these because, and I said, of course, we want you to try them. So I like it when Andrew has great taste buds. So he has a great way of explaining, of comparing one food to a different food. So if you haven't had this, well, then you might know what this other food tastes like, and he's good at comparing the foods. But anyway, we found some other new things while we were at Kroger. We found some ice cream and some yogurt, and so I picked those up while I was there. Um, but Andrew told me on the way to the store, he said that he had a dream that he will always treasure, and he will hold on to it like it's a memory. And I knew right then, I said, your Nene, which was my mom. Um, um, my mom died in the end of July in 2011, and I've never talked about that on a vlog before. Um, but she, I guess, because it's still so fresh. Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was gonna act this way. She had leukemia. It was AML. It's like acute myeloid leukemia. It was a rare form of leukemia, and she fought hard. Um, Sorry. Um, anyway, Andrew, I've often thought with Gavin, I've thought, gosh, if Mom could be here, she would have a fit over this little boy because he looked so much like Andrew when Andrew was little. And I'm so sorry I'm crying. Gavin looked so much like Andrew when Andrew was a baby. And the red hair and the blue eyes. And I've thought, if Mom were here, she would be just crazy about this little boy. Um, and she missed him by such a short period of time. But I'm sorry, I know people look so ugly when they cry. Um, but Andrew had a dream that Mom got to meet him. And he said he walked into the house, and she was in the kitchen making coffee. and he told me what she was wearing. He described her hair and everything, and it was, he got emotional. And because it was so real to him, it was so vivid. And I've had dreams like that about Mom too. Not very often at all. They're very few and far between. But when you have them, it's like you treasure that. It's a gift because you are getting to see someone that you haven't seen in so long, and you're getting to hear their voice. And I'm so blessed that I have on the computer, I have video and pictures and all that, because if I want to see her, all I have to do is go to the computer and play those videos and hear her voice. But to see her in a dream and hear her say things you haven't said before is an even bigger blessing, really, because this is something new that, you've never heard before. So Andrew walked in with Gavin, and she said, whose baby is that? And he said, he's mine, Nene. And she told him, she said, I've missed so much. And he said, well, you're getting to meet him now. You're getting to see him now. So, and I don't know if Andrew finished telling me the dream or if that was the end of the dream. I don't know. That's what I remember, because at that point we were at Kroger and we might have gotten distracted. I think that was the end of the dream. But I told Andrew even yesterday that I was thinking with Gavin here that, if she could only see him, she would be so thrilled that this little boy looks so much like him, and she would have just loved him to pieces. And so I feel like, I'm here for her, and I'm loving him in a way that I want to love him. But I know that she would be pleased. I know that she would be very proud of Andrew. She would be proud of me as a grandparent. Anyway, I miss her very much. She was only 59. She died on July 31st. I've taken you to the cemetery and shown you her tombstone, her marker. She died on July 31st. Her birthday is actually August 6th. So she missed her birthday by a week, that she would have been 60. So she was young. To me, that's young. So anyway, that was that. And I'm sorry I cried. I didn't plan on crying. I don't cry very often. Especially over Mom. I mean, I cried over Mom, but I don't cry easily over Mom, because I know Mom was saved, and I know she loved the Lord, and I know where she is. And that's why at her funeral a lot of people cried, but I didn't, because I was just thinking, her last words, literally her last words, she wasn't even in her right mind at all, but her last words were, I want to see Jesus. I want to see Jesus. So when she did die, I thought, she's with him now. She's there. So I have my camera sitting on a Kleenex box. How appropriate. Anyway, so I don't cry easily, because I know that helps me to know that she is in a better place. She is where we all want to be. And if you don't believe that, then I don't know what the purpose. If you don't believe that, then I don't know what all this is for. If you don't believe that you're trying to achieve something, where you're trying to get somewhere. So anyway, I won't go into all that because I know people don't want to hear me talk about that, I'm sure. But anyway, sorry. Um, Completely different subject, completely different. Not going to think about mom anymore. Um, I wanted to tell you, I think that I have rheumatoid arthritis. And I know that sounds weird. I'm only 42 years old. Um, but I looked it up on the internet and it describes, I was looking up the symptoms that I have, and that's what came up. About 2 days before I went to my yearly doctor's exam, I woke up and my middle finger was in a tremendous amount of pain. And I thought that it was just a fluke. I thought I had slept on it wrong. That's just, I know that sounds stupid, but I thought, you can sleep on your neck, you can get a stiff neck. And so I thought, well, that can happen. Sometimes you wake up, if you've slept on your arm wrong, your arm is numb. So why couldn't you have a stiff finger from somehow sleeping wrong? So, but this persisted. This it's in both middle fingers, and that's why I think it is rheumatoid arthritis. Is because it described it on the internet. Is it can happen. What is happening on one side of your body can also be mimicked on the other side, and so it's like both middle fingers. My right hand is much worse than my left hand. Um, I'll tell you right now, I have no intentions of going back to the doctor over it though, at all, because I have read, and Kevin's one of Kevin's coworkers has it, and she said oftentimes, she's a nurse too, and she said oftentimes the medicine that they prescribe can be worse than the actual arthritis. So, and I'm going to try to talk quicker because I've been blubbering on here for 12 minutes, and I'm so sorry about that. But anyway, so this has gone on for probably a month now. I can't remember when I went to the doctor. Anyway, it's probably gone on for, has it been that long? Anyway, but I'm having a hard time. Just simple things like when I want to write with a pen, I hold my pen in a certain way. You're taught in school to hold it like this, but I use my middle finger too. And I can't even write the way that I normally write. When I go to floss my teeth, it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to brush my teeth because you're having to grasp the toothbrush, and you don't realize how important that middle finger is, and how that ability to be able to move your finger like that motion, how important that is when you're doing things. And it's just been horrible. And I'll forget that I'm having that pain, and I'll go, like, for example, I opened the car door in Kevin's car, and I opened it up quickly. And when I did that, it's like pain shot through my hand because I forgot, can't do that anymore. So anyway, I do not plan on going to the doctor, but it's there. I know I'm young for that, but I also know that many things have happened to me 10 years before they should happen to me. When I was 37 years old, this is TMI, just know that. When I was 37 years old, I went through menopause. In the middle, I was going through menopause while my mother was sick, and I didn't think about the changes too much that were going on in my body because we were all focused on her and going to the hospital and all that, taking care of her. And my body was going through all these changes, and I just ignored it. But I realized that I had gone through menopause. And then a blood test, all that confirmed it. I mean, it's not just, I think this. No, I know this. It's been confirmed. And I'm very young to have that happen. So for me, the reason I tell you that is because if it is arthritis, I hate that, and it makes me very sad that this is going to last forever, I guess. But it's almost not a surprise because my body's gone through other changes 10 years before they should go through them anyway. So I just hope this is it. I hope there's no other surprises. I don't want anything else falling apart in my body. And I just wanted to let you know that was going on, that I do have pain in my hands sometimes. So anyway, it's only 11 o'clock. So Andrew and Christina are supposed to come back over later. They're going to bring their yard sale stuff that they've priced at home. Andrew bought a big roll of tape. And then Kevin will be coming home. So the rest of the day should be happy. No more tears. So, and I am really, really sorry about that. So I'll check in with you later. Look what I got in the mail today. $20 from a survey group. It says, thank you so much for participating in the Scarborough survey. Enclosed is the cash gift that we promised you in return for your cooperation. So anyway, got $20. So that makes me very happy. I just finished cleaning both bathrooms. Towards me so you can see me. I will not buy this, I'm going to show you. I will not buy this dirty job stuff again. Like I said last time when I cleaned the tubs, it has a really pleasant smell. So if strong smells bother you, then you really should try this. However, I don't think it does as good of a job as the scrubbing bubbles. I prefer the scrubbing bubbles. I think it works better as far as getting grit out, but also I like the visual. I'm a visual person. I like to see when I'm spraying, I like to see where the foam goes. And with this, you really can't see it. If you have a white tub, I said this before, if you have a white tub, you really can't tell where you've sprayed it and where you haven't sprayed it. So I will not buy this again. Kevin bought me 2 more packages of the Lysol, the dual. He bought me a dual pack at Meijer today. I still love these. I will not give these up. As long as they're making these, I will buy them because I'm a huge fan of the dual action. So anyway, I just wanted to give you my final thoughts on the dirty jobs. I'm sorry it didn't work better because I really like Micro. I think he's very entertaining, but it just didn't work out. I will use the rest of this because there's no telling how much I paid for it. So I will use it, but I just won't buy it again. When I was telling you about the arthritis thing earlier, this is what I was talking about. Normally you can bend your finger all the way down like this. Normally I can do that with all my fingers. This middle finger, I can't. I can bend it right now. It's doing better than it normally does. But it's getting pretty painful right there. See, and that I can touch. These I can touch. This one, it starts getting really painful, and I'm really pushing myself right here. But it just, and then it doesn't want to straighten back out. It's just horrible. So it's like it gets stuck. So anyway, that's weird, but that's what it does.
Well, we had a nice lunch today at the luncheon. It was they had pulled pork sandwiches and coleslaw and baked beans, and then they had cake, which had the whipped cream frosting, which is not as good as like regular frosting, but it's okay. It was sweet, so it was good. Then it came home, and then pretty much me and Hayden. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. We've been playing around the computer, and then we ate dinner and watched an episode of Doctor Who, and then we've pretty much just came back here and played around the computer for a little while. We did a couple of reviews today, so those will be posted soon. And so we're just getting ready to take a shower and get ready for bed.